Tuesday's market SITREP here at Top Gun Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, the Chief Options Strategist here at TGO. And do me a favor, head over to afterburnertrading.com/webinar. Tomorrow, for my members, we're going to cancel our accelerated retirement session because we're going to do a full day of live trading and training with some 500-pound heads, some professional traders throughout the industry, talking everything from futures to Bitcoin, you name it, and my 2018 forecast and my sector analysis. Head to afterburnertrading.com/webinar. It's free, and grab a slot. We will record everything, so make sure you register at least, even if you can't attend one or all of the sessions tomorrow. Looking forward to that. It's Army-Navy week, folks. Go Navy, beat Army. Going to be heading up to Philadelphia Friday to got a skybox. Taking my middle son, John Peter, Jack, up to the Army-Navy game. Got a skybox with a bunch of heroes I'm really looking forward to catching up with. I believe the president's going to be there. Really, really looking forward to it. Army's actually pretty damn good this year, so it's going to be a great game. If you're in the Philadelphia area, let me know. Maybe we can grab a drink or something like that. I'm up Friday, back Sunday, so it's going to be tight, but we don't leave until later on Sunday, so let me know. Folks, just absolute, what an hour. An hour's a world of difference in today's market and politics, folks. John Conyers, the lion of the Congress, or whatever. The man's a human piece of excrement. New accuser. They're dropping like flies here, folks. And finally, this guy's going. Nancy Pelosi, the minority leader, obviously in the House, she needs to go. She absolutely fumbled this thing. So let me get this straight, Nancy. This guy was an icon, and he's phenomenal. He's great a week ago, and now you call for him to resign. That's because you read polls, lady. You have zero leadership. You don't have an ounce of leadership in your body. You're disgusting. You need to go, too. This whole Mueller thing is getting worse by the day, folks. Dirty FBI agents at the top. Your average run-of-the-mill FBI agent, patriotic, God-fearing American. I know somebody's in the bureau. Good people in the trenches at the top. The leadership, the political appointees, especially those under Barack Obama, are human pieces of excrement and need to go. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. I called for Trump months ago to fire Mueller. He's best friends with Jim Comey, the guy who used a fake dossier, which would be a felony, to get a trumped up. I got to stop my rant, or I'll be here all day. The swamp stinks. Say what you will about Trump, folks. At least he's turned the light on in the kitchen, and we know where all the roaches are. And the roaches are now in what used to be a vaunted institution, the FBI. Now it's again, your run-of-the-mill agents, man, could not be more American, God-fearing, and good people. The stench at the top. The president needs to clean house. This needs to go. Why am I bringing this up? Why am I ranting about this, folks? Because every pullback and just about every rally year to date has been what? Political. So as this thing starts to heat up, now, news today that Mueller's actually subpoena, going after Deutsche Bank records, Trump's records from Deutsche Bank from about 20 years ago. Seriously? This is so you can't find Russian collusion, so now you're going to go back 20 years and look at real estate deals? This is ridiculous. He's on a fishing expedition. He is way, way outside the scope. He's got a shitload of mission creep. That dude needs to be fired. Anyway, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? The world's largest air show is going on in South Korea, flexing our muscles against the North. The United Nations is sending some sort of diplomat to go talk to. He's not even getting to meet with cream of some young guy. He's meeting with whatever, the vice president, some other heavies. What's that going to do? Zero. The United Nations is a joke. When you got North Korea and Libya on the human rights, the United Nations Human Rights Council, the place is a joke. But what's he going to do? Say stop, or we'll say stop again? We're getting very, very close to military conflict. General McMaster's, our national security advisor, is saying every day that goes by, we're getting closer to war. So, folks, this is a sleeper story. This is on the back burner. This is one tweet or one breaking news, on the bottom third of your TV away from the market going to zero and the VIX going to 90. I will monitor these these efforts. Like I said, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? Global earnings, man, at a record high. This rally has momentum. Now, obviously, today we're given a little bit of a rest here, man. This rip your face off rally since the tax reform has passed. Now it's time to make sausage. Now you got the conference committees with the House and the Senate trying to meet behind closed doors, make some sausage. It's not going to be pretty. That's why in our primary live trade brief today, make sure you watch the replay, which should be in your inbox right now. That's why we're seeing a little bit of financials cool off and tech start to get back on its horse. And I'll talk about why we had that tech wreck. But, it's, again, the corporations are getting the best deal here. We better get some relief as LLCs or S corps, the pass-through. Hopefully, we see some of that. But this is good for earnings, folks. Why also is the market really rallying here? We got a little FOMO going on. Fear of missing out is keeping investors in stocks despite the risk, despite North Korea, despite war in the Persian Gulf, despite interest rates going up here in a couple weeks in the Fed meeting, despite a possible debt ceiling fight. I think we run out of money in our government on Friday, and nobody's really talking about that yet. So we got to, like I said, an hour in this market is a lifetime. So we really haven't even seen too much about the debt ceiling yet. Yesterday was a little bit, I think the FANGs were down 5.6% in the past, let's just say past 5-6 trading days. Here's why. It's taxes, folks. Let me grab this here. The tax issue. So a lot of research and development, a lot of great tax breaks that Obama gave to his Cupertino, California, sweater wearing, Chardonnay drinking buddies. Good article in the New York Times, of course, about how all these silicon heavies go down to Big Sur, to this one resort at Big Sur. They get naked, they sit in a circle, they all chant, they make their own bread, and they do this yoga and chant. And I love Big Sur. I think I'm going to end up there on the top of on the hill by myself, looking out at the Pacific. I'd be very, very fine with that. Big Sur's my heaven on earth. But if I had to deal with these, well, I'll be alone, so I won't have to put up with these people. But a lot of the tax breaks that Obama for 8 years has just dripped all over for research and development might go away. We put on another Tesla bear call spread. Tesla, the electronic vehicle credits are going to go away. So the tax breaks that Elon got, that a lot of these limousine liberals got, are going to get obliterated under a Republican Senate and House. So that's why you saw this tech wreck. The AMT, the 20% alternative minimum tax is still in there, the existing 20%. So but I think, and the journal asks, can stocks keep going up without tech? Of course they can. I think this tech wreck is done. I think it's a buying opportunity. We covered Amazon and how it needs to hold this, this Atlantic, this Maginot line right here. And if it breaks here, look out below. Same thing with Tesla. The 300 level. Let's bring up Tesla here. The 300 level on Tesla, if it breaks, it's look out below. So another bear call spread on Tesla. We talked about ExxonMobil in our brief today, closing out an ExxonMobil bull put spread that we put on, I think it was 2 weeks ago, for $2,000. Put it on right here. There's ExxonMobil, and then we placed a bear call spread today as it gets to the top of the range. Why? Look at that range. We iron condored the hell out of this thing until it broke this 80 level support. Then we got back into it right around here, and we got our Jan 20 long call diagonal on, and also $2,000 profit today that we took in ExxonMobil, and now we're getting into a bear call spread. A lot of good stuff going on here at TGO, folks. I'm very, very fired up. Tomorrow, I think Andrew Keene's going to talk about Bitcoin. Whew, I'm going to sit on my hands. I'm telling you, folks, when I got social drinking buddies down at Art Basel, I pronounced it wrong all weekend, so that's how you know I'm not of the Miami nightlife. I would say Art Basel. I like basil. I like pesto pizza. When you got people, oh, Wiz, you trade? How do I get into Bitcoin? People don't even know what it is. People actually think you're getting a piece of a coin, or it's a gold, or people are stupid, apparently, and they don't exactly know what this is. It's the tulip mania, folks, and if you don't know what that is, Google it. I agree with Ken Griffin at Citadel that this thing, man, is just, I reserve the right to be proven wrong. I think Overstock.com takes Bitcoin, and maybe Amazon will in February. Down here in South Florida, at the leading edge of a lot of stuff, I haven't seen one place that takes Bitcoin. Do you get an ATM? I haven't seen any place here in South Florida that accepts Bitcoin for anything. So, but I could be wrong, man. If you're in Bitcoin and you're printing money, great. Nobody's ever gone broke taking a profit, folks. So again, some drinking buddies who I put $1,000 in it a year ago. I'm up here at $5,000. What do I do? I'm like, take half of it off the table and let the rest of it ride. And if you're looking to get into a Bitcoin, if you're not willing to light that money that you're investing on fire on the table in front of you while you drink some champagne, that ain't money that you should be risking, okay? But again, I'm pulling forward some of the stuff I'm going to say tomorrow. So make sure you go to afterburnertrading.com/webinar, and we're gonna kick that thing off tomorrow. I think it's at 10 a.m. You would think I would know that. I'm the skipper. All right, folks, I got to run. Got a busy rest of the day heading down to Fort Lauderdale. Got a board meeting for the Parkinson's Alzheimer's Research and Education Foundation. We have our big ball coming up in January, our big gala, so we're going to be talking about that, and I'm going to be hitting you guys up for some charitable donations here, folks. You got to give it back, man. That's one of the things I hated about being on Wall Street was people pulled the ladder up. When they made it, they lifted that ladder up and looked at the peons and us unwashed masses down below. When I made, not to say I made it, but if I made it, you put the ladder down, man. That's what we did in the military. You always put the ladder down and help your brothers and sisters up, okay? All right, folks, have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll see you at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for our full day of live trading and training. We'll see you.